fans of high-quality entertainment. It's time to rank and review the Velvet Underground's third album, simply called The Velvet Underground. The Velvet Underground is the third album by American rock band The Velvet Underground. Released in March 1969, it was their first record with Doug Yule, who was a replacement for John Cale. Recorded in 1968, the album's sound, consisting largely of ballads and straightforward rock songs, marked a notable shift in style from the band's previous recordings. Lou Reed, the band's principal songwriter, said of the album, "I really didn't think we should make another White Light, White Heat. I thought it would be a terrible mistake. And I really believed that. I thought we had to demonstrate the other side of us. Otherwise, we would become this one-dimensional thing, and that had to be avoided at all costs." Drummer Mo Tucker said, "I was pleased with the direction we were going and with the new calmness in the group, and thinking about a good future, hoping people would smarten up and some record company would take us on and do us justice." Doug Yule said the album was a lot of fun. The sessions were constructive and happy and creative. Everybody was working together. Well, that won't last long with Lou Reed in the band. Let's be serious now. Now, as much as I love the Velvet Underground, I think they have one of the most consistent, although, not very long, discographies. 4 main albums, and of course later on, as I've said, I'm not reviewing the Squeeze album, even though it's labeled as a Velvet Underground album. It's basically a Doug Yule solo album. But their album covers, all in all, they're not the greatest. And this one is once again kind of bland, I guess. But in another way, it is kind of cool because it's just a random photo of the band. It's not all set up or anything. And I'm not sure what album that Lou Reed is holding there. Maybe somebody can let me know in the comment section below. But doesn't the band just look all excited? Even the back cover is kind of a little on the bizarre side. Just the same photo and then flipped around. The production. What an improvement. It is an A+. And this is where, I was saying on their first 2 albums, even though the production is kind of just okay, but it suits the music. I don't think you would want a perfect sounding production, like sound quality wise. But with this one, for the songs that they have on this album, you definitely want the production to sound improved, and it is a lot. My 3 favorite songs are What Goes On, Pale Blue Eyes, and Jesus. My least favorite song, but I still love it, is That's the Story of My Life. So I've always been a fan of the first 2 albums. More so the second, though, than the first. But this one, at first, the first few listens, I kind of found it a bit boring, I guess is the word to use. But in the last year or so, I've played this more and more. And then, of course, for doing this series, I played it probably at least 3 times. And I enjoy it as much as the first 2 albums. Candy Says is a really nice opening track. Doug Yule that's one thing I want to mention. I could mention at any point for these last two albums. But I will say this, Doug Yule, to me, was as vital to the music of the Velvet Underground as John Cale. When Doug Yule came in, of course I miss John Cale and his viola and his more experimental side, his genius. But Doug Yule took over the songs. I love his vocals. I love you're not always sure who's playing the guitar solos or the guitar work, but all of the guitar work on the final two Velvet Underground albums are superb. And I know that Doug Yule played some of the guitar solos and wrote along with Lou Reed. So I think he's one of the most underrated musicians in a band. What Goes On is killer. I especially love, and I know there's a live version that I have heard, which is even better than the studio version, but still, What Goes On is excellent. I love the way it kind of rocks out at the end. Some Kind of Love is really nice. It's not one of my favorites though. What did I have here? Yeah, that's the story. That's the story of my life, and Some Kind of Love are probably right near the bottom of my least favorite Velvet Underground songs, but I still like them a lot, or love them. And then we get into Pale Blue Eyes, which is simply gorgeous, followed by another beautiful song. Great, the way that Doug Yule and Lou Reed sing together, it's just, once again, gorgeous. I like to use that word, gorgeous. Yeah, Jesus is really, really nice. Beginning to See the Light is more upbeat, picks up with some great vocals by Lou Reed. I'm Set Free, once again, I love Lou Reed's passion, the way he gets right into the songs. That's the Story of My Life is nice, it's cute. And then it ends with The Murder Mystery, which, on first or second listen I thought, okay, they're doing more of the experimental stuff that was on like European Sun and all that. And I thought it sounded a bit like, I used the word forced, and somebody once asked, in the comment section, what do you mean, but what does forced mean? It means doing a certain kind of song, but not really, you're forcing yourself to do this kind of song instead of being genuine and doing it for the right reasons, I guess. But in time, I've changed my mind about it, and it is cool. The two different things going on each side reminds me of on Frank Zappa's We're Only in It for the Money, that punk song, the last song on side one, where there's two things going on each side of the speaker, and you have to concentrate on one or the other. It's hard to concentrate on both at the same time, but it's cool. I especially love the ending of it. And then the album ends with After Hours, with Mo Tucker, the drummer, doing really nice vocals. You can tell that she's not, and I think I've read of it too, that she was kind of talked into doing the vocals, and she felt a bit awkward and shy about it. And you can hear that in her voice, but it actually adds to the cuteness of the song. Imagine a cute Velvet Underground song, but they did it all. And so I really love this album. But, and there's always a but, I don't give this one an A+, because I feel that Some Kind of Love, and that's the story of my life. Like I said, I don't, I say I love basically every Velvet Underground song. I just like those songs. Maybe I like them a lot, but they are two of the weaker Velvet Underground songs in their catalog. That's how I feel. So I would give this album A-, which is still pretty damn good. And in my rankings, it is in third spot. So I would love your thoughts on the Velvet Underground in the comment section below, and there's only one album to go, and it's gonna be loaded with hits. Or maybe not. I don't know. Thanks for watching. Have a great day.